see right here. Let me just put the thumbnail in and we'll be all set for today's stream. Okay, let me put the thumbnail in here. Do a nice stream, help some people out. Last day of double money on the bunker, so make sure that you guys take advantage of that also. Okay, here we go. Okay, thumbnail's in. Okay, now it's gotta do the COPPA thing. It's unfortunate we gotta do this stuff, but... So, okay. Here we go, not for kids. Okay. Okay, hello. How's everyone doing today? Okay, hope everyone's having a good day today. Okay, let me help a bunch of people out here. Well, hello, Finish. I hope that you enjoy this channel. Thoughts on GTA 6? Well, I don't really have any thoughts because the game hasn't been announced yet. Hello, Taka. How are you, man? I've been subscribed since Mega Man Legends. That was a really long time. That was since, like... What? That was, like, summer of 2016 when I played that game. Man, you've been here since, like, I had, like, since, like, 300 subs. Okay. Do you like the Oppressor Mark 1? Yeah. Hello, Gaming Beast. What do you think about the coronavirus? Well, I'm kind of concerned. There's a neighborhood not too far from me that has it right now. There's been a few confirmed cases, so I'm just a little concerned about that. Trying to avoid, you know, minimizing contact with people. Okay. You know what's kind of crazy is I walked into my supermarket. I walked into my supermarket on Saturday at 8 p.m. to do some groceries, and you know, even though I went at 8 p.m., whenever I go at 8 p.m., you know, the supermarket still has a decent amount of people in it. And when I was in there at 8 p.m., there's like barely anyone in there. I don't know if it's because of the whole corona thing, but there's barely anyone there. Like maybe like one or two people in the whole thing. And this is a pretty big supermarket, so I did see some employees, but as for like customers, only saw like one or two. Okay. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Chasseroonie. Thanks, man. Thank you, Chess. Okay, Mesa. Okay. Let me just, resupply this place here. Okay. I live in New York. Okay. But, you wanna know something? When I was walking through the supermarket, it had, like, this smell of, like, it was like, this disinfectant spray. Like, I could smell it. Like, I'm pretty sure it was probably the employees that were doing that, but it was, oh, I already wash my hands daily every day. Yeah. Okay, does anyone need help selling? Just send me an invite if you do. The cocaine business is the best MC business to get. I'm on free aim. Get the B11, the laser's really overpriced. You know, well, some schools, they actually, some schools have started closing down. Like, I think there was a few schools that were closed down for a few days, and then there was also, a lot of colleges, what they started doing is they started doing online classes now. So, like, classes that aren't normally online are being online now, like, just to avoid contact with people. No, I'm probably not gonna play Warzone. You know, maybe I'll do it if there's like a specific gun to get from it, but I'm not a fan of the whole battle royale stuff. I'm just not. If people like it, that's fine, but I'm just not into it. You know, I like, you know, ground war, and I like, you know, search and destroy. Other than that, you know, not gonna play like the not gonna play the battle royale. No, my parents are from Poland. I'm 14 in 7th grade, and here in Romania the schools are closed. For how long are they closed for? Do you speak Spanish? When I took it in high school and middle school, but I forgot the majority of it. I still remember some words and some phrases, but I forgot so much of it. I speak Polish though, but I don't speak Spanish. No, I've had Division 2 for like over a year. I just never got into it, and I started getting into it and playing it again. They are closed until 22. That's you know, that's what? That's almost 2 more weeks. I've been playing GT Online since October 1st, 2013. Thoughts on the show Sopranos? The Sopranos is one of my favorite TV shows. I love The Sopranos. That was a great TV show. When I was a teenager, that was the show that was on TV. You know, we didn't have this Walking Dead and Game of Thrones and all that other stuff that people watch. And to tell you the truth, I hate most of the TV shows that are on today. You know, the only show I didn't watch the Game of Thrones stuff, but I watched The Walking Dead for some time. I actually watched a lot of The Walking Dead, but then I stopped watching it because it kind of pissed me off because they started killing off characters that I liked, and the story just started getting more stupid and stupid. So I stopped watching The Walking Dead. I haven't watched it for like the past 2 seasons, so it's like I just completely stopped with that. But as for The Sopranos, though, it was for The Sopranos, I love that TV show. It was a very underrated TV show, and it's a shame because, like, you talk to a lot of, like, you know, young people today, they don't even know what The Sopranos is. Like, anybody can tell you what The Walking Dead is, they can tell you what Game of Thrones is, but when you ask them what The Sopranos is, they're like, what's that? So it's like, you know, it was a very underrated TV show. It's gonna be revived, though. They're gonna be making a Sopranos movie that's gonna take place in the 1970s, and James Gandolfini's son is actually gonna play as Tony Soprano. So it's, you know, I'll definitely see that when that comes out. I love that show. That was a great show. But I actually got in trouble in, middle school when The Sopranos was on because I had an assignment to do for English class, and what we had to do for English class, by the way, to sell the bunker, I'm already outside. For English class, we had an assignment where we had to take, like, a TV show that we watch, and we had to, like, write about, like, our favorite character and the episode in it, and I wrote about The Sopranos for that, and they were telling me that it's inappropriate and stuff like that, and I had to redo the assignment. I had to choose a different show, but, you know, they didn't specify what type of TV show you could watch. It just said your favorite TV show. Yes, I played the older Hitman games when I was a teenager, but I got Blood Money HD on PS4. Okay. Arman, are you gonna sell your bunker? Do you mind people that use the Oppressor Mark II for good purposes? People can use, you know, whatever vehicle they want. I'm not gonna tell people what vehicle they can and can't use. I don't like the Oppressor Mark II. I've never hid from that. I don't shy away from that opinion. I don't like the thing. I think the thing is stupid, to tell you the truth, the vehicle. But, you know, if people want to use it, that's fine with me. I'm not gonna tell people they can and can't use a vehicle. That's, I just don't think the vehicle personally has any place in GTA Online. I don't think it has a place in a GTA game. Are you going to do a walkthrough of Hitman Blood Money? Yes, that is on my list of walkthroughs to do. I'm going to have probably the first part of my next walkthrough is going to be up on Monday, because I know my walkthroughs have gotten pretty popular. Scarface is the most popular walkthrough I've done, so I'm definitely going to play more games and do more, You know people that are a higher level than you? Yeah, I know a few people that are higher levels than me. get these. Do you have any Red Dead money guides? I do, and I'm actually going to be making one for tomorrow. A lot of people have requested the ultimate Red Dead money guide, so I'll definitely be making that. You know what, I'll tell you what I didn't like about the new update on Modern Warfare is I didn't like the fact that I had to download it in the first place, because what it pretty much did was it added the Battle Royale mode, but that game is already giant, like massive. It's like one of the biggest games ever. So why did I have no intention of playing Battle Royale, but I still had to install it, which, you know, it's another 30 gigabytes. Okay. 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 Do you remember when you first encountered a griefer? Not really, no. Because, like, when GTA Online came out, that's, like, all people would do is kill each other on PS3. And you couldn't even really blame people then, because there was nothing to do in the game, so people would just constantly kill each other. There's another update on Generation Zero again, Brandon? Yeah, I know, a lot of colleges are doing online classes now. The whole corona thing. What time is it for you, Pro? Right now it's what, 5:30? 5:35 about. Why did you choose console? Well, I mean, I've always played on console. My PC is pretty good. I can run pretty much any game on my PC, but, you know, I'm just a PlayStation guy. This is, you know, what I played, and, I played since PlayStation 1. Most of my friends are on PlayStation. There are some PC games I play, but whenever I play, like, a PC game, it's usually a game that's not on consoles. Or if I play, like, an older game, you know, that I can get on PC, like Scarface I did on PC recently. Hello. What happened to one of the Dune FAVs? Did they get destroyed? I saw your video on Chernobyl by HBO. I was wondering if you watched it. If so, how was it? I saw your video on Chernobyl well, I watched the whole thing. I mean, I reviewed the series. It was a great one. It's unfortunate though, because there's, like, you know, Chernobyl was probably the greatest TV show that I've ever seen, and And you know, like a lot of people today, they'd rather watch like Game of Thrones or The Walking Dead or stuff like that instead of watching like a, you know, a historical drama about something that like almost destroyed the world. What's this? Okay. Get this last drop off. Okay, Brendan. Why ignore our comments and not, I'm not ignoring comments, it's a lot of people that are commenting. They could have made it longer and went more into the history portion. Yeah, well, I mean, the show is pretty realistic. It's not 100% on point. Like one of the most inaccurate things that happened was the helicopter crash in the TV show. That happened actually much later. It didn't happen that early, but. There was a few inconsistencies, but for the most part, you know, Chernobyl was a great TV show, and it can teach you a lot about the disaster and what happened. And it also shows how incompetent the Soviet government was and how they tried to downplay the whole thing, pretend like it wasn't bad. Okay, let's go here. Okay. For what's the worst disaster to ever happen in the world? What? Like a man-made disaster? Could possibly be Chernobyl. Chernobyl disaster might be the worst one. I would have to look it up, like what the worst disasters were, but Chernobyl I know is like one of the worst ones. It's one of the worst ones by yeah. I think that more people, you know, they should definitely watch that show and like read up on it and stuff like that, and take more interest in it, because like you know at least Chernobyl, you know, that was like based on like historical events that happened, but like you know The Walking Dead or whatever, you know, like you know what does that give you besides just entertainment, you know? My map says I have 2 yachts. What the? Well, thank you for this super chat, Flips. I haven't heard about that. Wow. It just kind of hurts, you know, in a way when you see that there's so many young people that just don't care at all about history. Like, don't care about what happened, don't care about events, more focused on, you know, their phones and Facebook and all the other stuff. And what do you play GTA on? I play on the PS4. Oh, well, I didn't say that people only watch TV for, you know, for education, but, you know, like, the point that I was making is that, you know, that the Chernobyl disaster was, like, a real event that happened, and, like, you know, a lot of people, they don't know about it, and even though the TV show, you know, they put a lot of work into it, it got really good reviews, but yet, you know, not that many people watched it because they didn't care. That was just the point that I was making. Is like I don't think a lot of people realize just how important like that whole event was, because if they didn't like get that situation under control, like Eastern Europe would have been completely contaminated, like Ukraine, Belarus, Poland would have been like unlivable, like, and even parts of like Western Europe could have been completely uninhabitable if they didn't stop it. So. Loving the content, thank you. Well, the reason it's important, Oscar, is because if you don't learn about the past, then history is doomed to repeat itself. Do you know Relicane? I don't know him personally. He's come on my live streams before. I've talked to him on my live streams, but I know his channel. He's a grinder, but he grinds for rank. He's over 3,000. Yeah, I know it. Thank you for the super chat, Chopper. Would you play on PC if there was no hackers? Still probably not, because most of my friends play on console. Hello, Mark. How are you, man? Oh yeah, I made a review on Chernobyl. You can check that out. Chernobyl was a nuclear disaster that it happened in the Soviet Union. It was not too far from the city of Pripyat. This was in this happened 1986 was the year that this happened. It was one of the nuclear reactors exploded and caused a massive contamination, and they had to get it under control and clean it up, or the radiation and the contamination could have spread further and further, and it was a giant mess. A lot of people got sick from it. A lot of people died from it, and there's no real way to tell exactly how many people are victims of like the Chernobyl disaster, because the Soviet government never kept records on who exactly was sick from that. So there's no the number is probably a lot higher than people think it is. Okay. The reactor exploded. No. That number is much higher. No. That number that you're reading, that is from the initial disaster. But if you take into account all the people that got sick from it, like in the years and decades coming up, that number is a lot higher. Much higher. Did Chernobyl affect the entire world? It could have. It could have if they didn't stop it. It would have. It would have had a global effect. Hello, Casey. Have a good day. I'll see you, Steph. Take care, man. I'm good, Armin. Oh, thank you for the super chat, TJ. Thank you, man. Thank you, CJ, for the super chat, and thank you, Abstract. I know a new way to gain RP, kill 150 enemies in the RV. What do you mean? I'm confused. Well, yeah, the Pearl Harbor movie, I didn't like that movie, you know, because it was just... That movie, it was just focused so much on the romance. Like, it's like, you know, I don't understand why they do stuff like this, you know, when you have historical movies and they just shove, like, romance into it, unless it's, like, an essential part of the story, but, you know... Oh, okay, Squawk, but, you know, like, the title of the movie is about Pearl Harbor, so, like, that's the title of the movie, so you think that it's gonna be about the battle, you know, the attack on Pearl Harbor, but yet, like, the majority of the movie is about the romance, and it's like... I actually thought, like, the best part of the movie was actually when, like, the Japanese were actually planning the attack, and when the attack actually happened. Like, that was, like, the best parts of the movie. Like, all the other romance parts I just didn't like. Midway was better than Pearl Harbor. Oh, yeah, Midway was much better. Midway, I liked Midway. That was a decent movie. Yeah, Midway was much better. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I saw that movie, Midway. It was a good one. Thank you for subscribing, John. Thank you for subscribing, Kanulu. Have you seen Hacksaw Ridge? No, I didn't see that one. I know that story, though. I know the story, what happens. I know the true story, but I've never seen the movie. Here we go. Okay. Do you think, thank you for the super chat, Alter. Do you think it's fair to destroy a griefer's cargo if they destroy yours? That is a very complicated question, but I appreciate that you answering it. I'll tell you, I'll answer your question with a story. This exact situation that you put in the super chat actually happened to me. And this happened to me right when, the crates update came out. So this was like June of 2016 when this stuff happened. But, what happened was, I was helping my friend source some crates, and, you know, we were collecting 3 crates at a time, and I remember we were driving the van to the warehouse, we had 3 crates in it, this guy came out of nowhere with a Hydra, and just blew it up. So he just blew up the 3 crates, destroyed like $18,000 worth of cargo, and the thing is, though, this was like back in the day when people would actually, like, use fighter jets, like, you didn't even have the Oppressor Mark 1 that was out yet, so people were just spamming fighter jets. But, so the guy destroyed the 3 crates. And then what ended up happening was, like, later in that same lobby, like, I'd say, like, 30 minutes later, what happened was that same guy that blew up the crates, he was collecting crates. So what I did was, I took a jet and I went and I blew up his crates. I did that as retaliation, because he destroyed my friend's crates. But after I did that, though, I kind of regretted it. Like, I didn't destroy an entire shipment, I destroyed, like, 3 crates also, or maybe less than 3 crates, I don't know how much he was carrying, but it was like a van he was taking to his warehouse. But, you know, even after I did that, like, even though he blew up my friend's stuff, I kind of, you know, felt bad after doing it, and it was like, you know, 2 wrongs don't make a right. So, like, even though the guy was a scumbag and, you know, destroyed my friend's crates, I didn't think that it was necessarily right to be a scumbag back. So, you know, I hope that answers your question at least. I'm good. I understand what you said in Polish. Ask me how I am. Hey, do you want to help with CEO crates after? No, I'm probably not the best person to help with crates because that's really risky if like a griefer joins, so it's just probably not the best to ask for help with that. How were your grades in school? When I was in school, I had well in everything except math. Math was always like a subject that I struggled with, like, and I wasn't like slacking off. I was just bad at math. I was just bad at it. No problem, Alter. Thank you for the other super chat. So I was pretty bad at math. I just wasn't good at it. You know, I got good grades and everything, but math, it's like, you know, C I would get in it. It was like, it was just not good. Not good in it. So I didn't do well in math. I was in honors and I was in honors when I was in high school though, but math I did bad in. But I guess everybody, you know, has their strengths and weaknesses, you know. Some people are good at one subject, people aren't good at another, but, do you think the new Top Gun movie is gonna be good? Thank you, Andrew, for the super chat. I don't know, that Top Gun movie, the first one, I saw that so many years ago, such a long time ago, I forgot, like, the majority of it. I saw that when I was a kid. I remember Tom Cruise was in that movie, it was a fighter jet movie, I don't remember much more than that. Here's what I'll tell you, what I'll tell you about grades is, you know, try your best to always get try your best to always get the best grades that you possibly can, but don't, you know, stress out over it and don't go crazy with it. Like, you know, if you're not perfect, you're not like you're still passing and stuff like that, don't panic. Don't, like, you know, like, don't necessarily think that you need like A+ and everything. Don't, because that's gonna make you go crazy if you think you need perfect grades and everything. It's I went to high school with people like that. You know, I went to high school with people like that. They were so obsessed. They needed to have A+ in everything. They needed to have 100 in everything. They were stressing out about it. It was just like, it was out of control. And you know what else I saw? Like, when I was in high school, I'll tell you this also. This will help people out. But like in America at least, we have post-op mission, great. But here, when I went to school in New York, and what happened was there was these classes called AP classes, and AP classes are basically like kind of like advanced classes, like they're the same subject but a little bit more advanced, a little bit more challenging. And the reason that people take those advanced and challenging classes, even though they're not necessary, is because they have it in their minds that they're going to get into a better college because they take that class. But think about it this way, like, if you get into like a, you know, you take a bunch of AP classes, like the harder classes, and you get B+ in all those classes, or Bs, or then you could take like regular classes and get A+ instead in those, in all those classes. And I remember I had like people like that were so obsessed with this when I was going to high school. They were like saying like, oh, I gotta take AP classes. If I don't take AP classes, I'm not gonna get into a good college. A good college isn't gonna accept me. Like, they were just stressing out and going crazy with this stuff. And I didn't take any AP classes. I didn't. And, you know, I took regular classes. And what happened was, you know, I was thinking about transferring to AP, you know, I was thinking about transferring, you know, to AP Government and Economics. Because, you know, I was doing pretty well in that in 12th grade. And my teacher, told me, he actually told me, no, you don't need to transfer to that. He's like, stay in my class, you keep this class interesting. Like, people, there's a lot of people in this class that don't care, that's what my teacher said. But he said that you don't necessarily need that. And I'm glad I listened to my teacher's advice on that. Because what happened was, the people that were stressing out and going crazy with these AP classes, guess what? They were telling me that they wouldn't get into a good college if they didn't take it. But I got into the same college as them. I went to the exact same college as the people that took the AP classes. It wasn't, you know, it was pretty good college. It was, I'm not going to say it was like the most perfect college, but it was a pretty good college still. And I got into the exact same college as the people that took like the advanced classes. So like, don't go crazy with that in like, you know, in high school. It's like, I know so many people that were saying that, like, you know, they're crazy with like the AP classes and everything like that. Okay, let me see our super chats. And who was the other super chat here from? Hi Pro, love your videos. How do I play with you? Thank you, Max. Thank you for the super chat. I mean, you would have to add me or add somebody else in the lobby. Would you like to see my Batsu Primora classics based on the in real life second generation Mitsubishi Eclipse, the is based on the fourth. Well, thank you, Zeus, for the super chat. I don't know what vehicle though you're describing because I'm not much into cars. I haven't even got a lot of the cars in the game, but thank you for the super chat, man. But look, this is what I'm just gonna tell you is that if you're in high school and, you know, there's people that are telling you that, like, you know, if you don't take AP classes, that you're not going to get into a good college, don't listen to that. It's nonsense. It's pure nonsense. It was that whole AP stuff was so overrated, and it was so dumb. I never took it, and I was fine. And also don't even think that you need to go to college, because I went to college, but, like, you know, don't think that you even need college to be successful, because, like, you know, I knew people, like, in high school, and there was, like, teachers that, like, there were teachers that wouldn't directly say it, but they kind of hinted at it, like, kind of hinting that, like, oh, if you don't go to college, you're not going to be successful in life. Don't listen to that either. Don't listen to that garbage either. I know plenty of people that didn't go to college and are successful, so just don't think that you even need college also. If somebody wants to go to college, it's always good to get some extra education, but, you know, don't stress out and think that you need it. College I could see being necessary for, like, certain, like, really, you know, like, technical jobs, like being a lawyer or a doctor. Obviously, you would need higher education for that, but, you know, don't think that you need it to be successful. There's plenty of people that, you know, that do decent, make plenty of money, and they never went to college. Okay. And thank you for the super chat, and, Stereo. I have 200,000 and level 30. How do I get money fast? Watch my Money Guides playlist. Well, watch my Money Guides playlist. There's a bunch of them that'll help you out. What about electricity? What do you mean, like an electrician? Well, to be like an electrician, you wouldn't need to go to college for that. Like, you could probably go to, like, a trade school, and they would probably teach you that stuff. There was, like, I remember there was, like, you know something, I bumped into, like, one of my classmates. Bumped into one of my classmates in the supermarket. This was a few months ago. And she was, I went to high school with this girl. She was working, you know, as a cashier in, like, the supermarket and stuff like that. I hadn't seen her in years. Like, last time I graduated was in 2012. And so I saw her, and I asked her, does she remember me? And she said she remembers me. And I asked her what she was doing, and she told me how she went to college and how she, you know, she graduated. What did she tell me? She told me she got, like, 4 years of a bachelor's degree in psychology, something like that she told me. And she said, I can't find a job. She said, I finished college and everything. I finished, like, a 4-year in bachelor's, and I couldn't find any kind of job related to psychology. And then what happened was she told me that she's going to trade school now to, like, learn other skills so she could get a better job. And, like, I told her, like, you know, like, that's a good idea, is go to trade school, because trade school, you know, they'll show you a lot of skills that's necessary for your job. Colleges, unfortunately, they waste your time with a lot of stuff that you don't need, like colleges do. They make you take classes that you don't need. My half-brother, who, he lives in Poland, he finished college, but this was in Poland, and he finished college in, he finished in philosophy. That was his major. And then he couldn't find a job anywhere, and he was complaining that he couldn't find a job, but I'm like, philosophy, you're not really gonna be, that's like one of the hardest places to possibly be employed in. I'm in the session, I'll help out when I can. Okay, thank you, Benny. Okay. What's the next Red Dead video tomorrow? In Croatia, you need college to be successful. I don't know about that. I mean, it's a different. It's different than my country, the U.S. But I don't believe that stuff that you need. You need college to be successful. If somebody wants more education, they can always do that. But I don't believe that you need college to be successful. And I'll tell you something though. Some of the worst people that I've encountered are this is people in real life that I'm talking about. Like, I knew people that they would go to college and then what they would do is they would act like they're above people that didn't go to college. So they would act like they're automatically smarter and better than people that didn't go to college. Like, I knew people like that. That would just basically, like, scumbags. People that would, like, you know, they felt like just because they went to college and somebody didn't, that they feel like they're somehow smarter or they're somehow better than somebody that didn't. That's a load of nonsense. And I'll say this is any smart person would, these people act like they're smart, but no smart person would actually act like that. So it's hey Pro, I'll join your session and protect you. Okay, thank you HR for the super chat. But there was actually a thing, I saw this on live TV, you know, there was, if anybody's ever watched Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen, I saw this exact thing that I'm telling you guys about. I saw this exact thing happen on that TV show too, where there was like this, what happened was that the teams were being slow on like bringing the food out, like they were taking too long on the food. So what happened was this one customer, he ordered pizza to the Hell's Kitchen restaurant, even though he's not supposed to do that. If anybody knows the episode I'm talking about, you're gonna know what happened. But the guy ordered pizza to the restaurant when you're not allowed to do that. If you come into like Hell's Kitchen as a customer, you're not allowed to order food to it. You have to wait till the food comes or leave. But, you know, this guy decided to order pizza because he was impatient, and the what was his name, Jean? Was like, who was Gordon's like assistant, like he went over to the guy and he started telling him that, like, he started telling him, you can't order food here, you can't come in with it, this stuff. And the guy started telling him, like, oh, I have a doctorate in music. Like, just started saying, like, what do you have? I graduated college with a doctorate in music. Like, just, like, it's like, I don't understand what that has to do with the situation at hand. It's like, you can't order pizza here, you know, you're not allowed to order pizza to this restaurant. You know, it's part of the TV show, but, like, what do you having a doctorate in music, what does that have to do with the situation? That makes, I don't understand. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, is dumb people like that. There's, like, people like that feel like that just because they went to college, they feel like they're smarter than people that didn't. Like, it's... That guy was a moron. But, if you want to see the video that I'm talking about, just go on YouTube and type in Hell's Kitchen customers order pizza. And you'll see that video that I'm talking about, where the guy starts saying that, but... A doctorate is a very high degree. I think it's higher than a master's degree. There's associate, bachelor's, master's, and then there's doctorate. Oh, and thank you, Chesseroni. The same thing happened to my supervisor. He got a degree in psychology and can't find a job in that field. I'm pretty sure he's still paying off his student debt. Yep. College also incurs a lot of student debt. Why do you stream so late? Well, I had a few things to do. I couldn't stream earlier, unfortunately. I don't believe you, EO. Maybe not in your experience, but that happens everywhere. It's not an American thing. It happens all over the place, where if, like, you know, you will have people that, like, act like they're smarter than people just because they didn't go to college, whether it's in America, whether it's in Britain, France, you know, Germany, you know, or Japan, wherever. There's people that act like that, so it doesn't matter on the country. Just dumb people everywhere that act like that. Okay. He didn't do that on purpose, but just please be careful. Okay. Do you need college for an astronomer? What, what you mean, look at, like, different planets and stuff, like astronomy? Like, You would probably need some college education. I'm not an expert for that, but probably some, like, to learn about that stuff. Just please be careful, in the future, it's fine, but just not a big deal, but just... Any stupid teacher stories? Well, I mean, I have a story about, like, I have a story with, like, one of my classes. You know, in 11th grade, this was an English class, in 11th grade, we had this exam, and it's like the hardest exam that you take in high school here in New York. What was it? I'm trying to remember the exam's name. It was ELA, I think. ELA, was that what it's called? How do I join your session? Thank you for the super chat, HR. You would have to have me edit or have somebody else in here edit. Thank you, Thunder. I'll see you. But what happened was we were Oh, thank you, Zeus. Hey, Pro, big fan. Started getting into GTA Online, and would love to play with you. Would love to play with you in the future. Have you heard of trade school? If not, check it out. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Zeus is like, trade school is much it wasn't the SAT. It was something else. It wasn't the SAT. It was a different one. It was a New York State specific exam. What happened was, it was like, this is like the biggest exam that like we take in high school here in New York. It was an 11th grade. It was an English exam. If I remember, what did we have to do? We had to write like 2 essays. So we had to write 2 essays. I think you had to answer like 50 multiple choice questions, and then you had to answer like 10 or 20 short answer questions. And what happened was, there was these after school classes that were preparing kids for like the exam. And the thing is, though, is I remember the story specifically because I saw those after-school classes again recently because, I was driving and I saw like a sign. There was like a sign on the road that said like, practice classes or whatever, $30 an hour. And I remembered like specifically about that. And what happened was, there was kids that were paying money for these classes after school. So they were paying money. So like, it would be after school, you would pay money like $30 an hour or whatever, and then like some instructor would come in and they would teach you like the material for the exam. And what happened was, every single person in my class like pretty much took that extra class, like they were paying for it. Every single person. Except me. I was like the only person that didn't. I think there might have been one other person that didn't take it, but I remember like almost the whole class was paying for that exam. They were all going after school, they were paying for it, they were stressing out over this test, they were going crazy with this test, and what happened was, people in my class started getting pissed off at me because I wasn't taking the after school class, and I didn't understand that, like why they were getting angry at me. But what happened was, like, I remember I was at lunch, I was in the cafeteria, this was in 11th grade. So, like, a few of my classmates that were there that, I was talking to them, sitting in the cafeteria, and, these were, like, kind of like school friends, like, they weren't, like, close friends of mine, but, I asked them, like, do you guys want to play, like, Black Ops later today, because that's when Black Ops 1 was out when I was, like, in high school, and I asked them, you guys want to play Black Ops 1 later, and, like, they just gave me an angry response. I remember, like, one kid, like, he said to me, he's like, no, Patrick, we want to do something with our lives. We don't want to play, like, video games all day or whatever, something, like, telling me like that. And I said to him, I'm like, whoa, calm down. I just asked if you wanted to play, like, Black Ops after school. I didn't, like, I don't know what your problem is or whatever. But, like, he said, no, we're going after school to, like, take these classes or whatever. We're going to learn about the exam. You're not taking the classes with us or whatever. And it's just being, a scumbag to me. I don't understand the problem. So these kids were getting pissed off at me that I wasn't taking the after-school classes because, and they somehow assumed that I was thinking that I was smarter than them or that I was considering myself better than them. I'd never considered myself smarter or better than any of them. I never acted like that. I just didn't feel like I needed to take the class, that's all. I just felt like it was a waste of time. I didn't need to take the extra class. So I didn't take the extra class. What ended up happening was these kids, they went to these after-school classes, wasted their time. I didn't go to the after-school class. And then what happened was, when we actually finally took the test, grades came back. I got a 95 on the test. That was my score, 95. I didn't get the highest grade in the class, but I think I was like the second or third highest in the class. And some of these kids that took those after-school classes, they got 70s. They got 70s and 80s. And, like, I remember these kids, like, confronted me afterwards, and they said, we took the class, you didn't. I don't understand why you got a higher score than me. Like, they were just getting pissed off at me that I got a higher score than them. It's like, whatever. It's like, it's like, I didn't start anything there. They were seeking a confrontation with me. It was just being stupid. It was just being, but, like, that shows, like, people that are stressing out over this stuff, taking these extra classes, thinking that they need this stuff when they don't. But thank you, HR, for the super chat. You have too many friends. Yeah, my friends list is full. You could probably add somebody else in here. Probably other people have, but what's your PSN, what's your PSN, man? if they want to take those after school classes, that's on them if they want to take that stuff. But I didn't take it. I didn't feel like I needed to take it. I was already pretty good at English. I was always good at writing, and these kids were just freaking out on me that I wasn't that I didn't take the classes. Do you live in New York City? I live in Buffalo. Oh, that's upstate. No, I don't live in Buffalo, but I know where that is. But I don't live in New York City. I'm from New York City, but I live on the outskirts of the city now. I live in the suburbs. What's up, bro? Remember me? I remember you, Nate. What's up, man? Don't worry about that. That always happens. I get somebody always votes to kick me too. Don't worry about that. It's not a big deal. Bro, is the Savage worth it after the nerf? Oh yeah, it's still yeah, it's still yeah, Savage is still worth it. Brandon, how many more businesses are you selling, man? Okay. Okay. What's my next walkthrough? My next walkthrough is going to probably be Mercenaries Playground Destruction. Well, I kind of already made a video about this. I made a video talking about what should be done about the Oppressor Mark II. Do you think that grades affect playing on a sports team? I mean, they shouldn't affect it too much. I'm not an expert on it, but, as long as you're not failing, if you're not failing like every class, I don't think they should really matter. I mean, like, what does math or history or, science have to do with playing sports, So, like, try to maintain, if that's what your goal, you want to play, like, on a sports team, try to maintain good grades still, but, like, I wouldn't go crazy with it. Like, just make sure you pass everything, try always to get your best grades, but, I don't think that, like, you need perfect grades to be on a sports team. That's not necessary. And there's some players that, like, there's famous players that, they haven't even, they got pretty bad grades in high school. So, and they played on famous teams, so, I wouldn't stress out about it. Hi, sorry it's not more, but I'd like to do my part. Thank you, Matrix, for the super chat. And Matrix, you don't have to apologize. I appreciate any amount that's donated. Thank you, man. Thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it, Matrix. It's there's there's YouTubers out there, and there's also but, like, the Twitch streamers are the worst with this issue. There's also YouTubers that do it, but the Twitch streamers are the worst. when they will actually ask for donations. That's like one of the rudest things that you can possibly do. I never do that on this channel. You know, the option to donate is always there if anybody wants to support me, and I greatly appreciate any amount that's given to me, but I don't ask for that I don't ask for donations. Don't, you know, that's like, there's YouTubers, there's you know, I've seen some Twitch streamers, like, you know, I didn't see their channels personally, but like I read some stories where they would actually, you know, ask their viewers for donations, and then if their viewers didn't give donations, they would actually lash out at their viewers. It's like one of the scummiest things they can do. Nobody, their viewers don't have an obligation to give them a donation, so I don't know what they're acting like that. But okay, okay, HR. San Andreas I'll eventually do, but, you know, I probably want to play some games that people haven't heard of. Have you heard of the channel called Expert Thief? Yes, I've heard of it. I haven't watched it though. Well, that's an opinion, Troy. I don't think so. I like multiplayer. Yeah, maybe I'll help you with yours, Ghost. We'll probably do yours later then. Yeah, I heard about that. E3 got canceled this year. Is it? I saw the tweet, but was it because of the coronavirus? Is that why it's canceled? Because they just said that. I read the tweet and they said that they're sorry, that they're devastated to bring this news, but they're canceling E3. That was like I didn't see them state a specific reason. Is it because of the corona thing? Well, you can always go and play it, Shadow. It's a great game. I just watched the Hell's Kitchen thing, and the guy was a total jerk. Yeah, that was I wish Gordon would have come out on that part and like really said something to that guy. As Gordon was in the kitchen at that time, but, you know, I wish that Gordon would have said something to the guy. Have you heard what happened in Italy? Are you talking about the whole corona thing? Yeah, I heard about that. Like, Italy is like Italy is right now like one of the most sickest countries in Europe. I never played True Crime New York. I played Sleeping Dogs, but I never played True Crime New York. Scarface is a very advanced game. I don't think that a lot of people even realize just how much Scarface influenced GTA, because if there wasn't, like, Scarface, there wouldn't be Vice City. Vice City is directly based on Scarface, so it's like, if there wasn't Scarface, there wouldn't be Vice City. Thanks for the content. Keep it up. Thank you, Fusion. Thank you for the super chat. For now, Mark. Well, I didn't look at the new casino car. Okay, Brandon. Oh, that was his last business. Does anybody else need help selling? Just invite me. Oh, no, the door! Oh man, the door hit me. Okay, does anyone else need help with anything? Professional, just curious, why do you still grind when you can buy everything? Because I like the challenge of it. Show stats, sure. Global RP 125 million, overall income 2 billion, 119 million, overall expenses 988 million, time spent in GT Online 441 days, 2 hours 46 minutes. Okay, okay. Okay, can somebody disband their I guess I'll just probably get rid of my bunker. Can somebody disband their MC or CEO, please? It's not physically possible to win the gun range in the bunker. It is. I passed it. Thank you, Alter. How would the GTA community feel about the Oppressor Mark II being removed? Money would be refunded. Well, if you took out thank you, Lady in the Tramp fan. I stock my bunker all solo and let my character spin. Well, you can go on the security cameras. That won't kick you either. But if the Oppressor Mark II was removed, I think a lot of people would probably complain about that. I wouldn't care, to tell you the truth. I could care less, but you know, there'd probably be people that would complain. I don't use the Oppressor Mark II, have no need for it, but there'd probably be a lot of people that would be complaining. And I think this is the problem. This is why they probably should have never brought it into GTA. You know, when I first started playing this game, you know, October 1st, 2013, you know, I played that on PS3. I never in my life imagined that they would add like a, I knew they were probably going to add like, you know, some military vehicles. I figured that they would probably add like a fighter jet or like an attack helicopter in the future, but I never like imagined that they would add like a flying car with missiles or like a, or like 2 flying motorcycles or like a satellite that's in space that can like hit you with like the push of a button and just destroy you. I never thought something like that would be. Okay. I'd have to think about that, normal. Okay, here we go. Okay, just tell me I can help you in a little bit. I will, I'm just gonna get rid of my bunker first, and I can help you if you want. Please play Skyrim. I could probably maybe do Skyrim one day. Okay, is everyone here? Mark, Catch. Where's TJ? Okay, let me invite TJ to the Are you gonna be on Modern Warfare tonight? I gotta do my Red Dead video. If I still have time, I'll probably get on Modern Warfare. Hey, Pro, how's your day? My day was good. Have you ever gotten bullied? No. No, I mean, I would say that, like, I was kind of bothered and harassed when I was in middle school. I wouldn't call it bullying, though, because there was kids that were actually bullied. Like, they were, like, threatened and stuff like that. Like, I had kids that weren't nice to me, that were kind of rude to me and stuff like that, but it wasn't to the point where it was, like, just constantly happening. So, no, I wouldn't really call it bullying. There was kids that weren't nice to me when I was in school, but I wouldn't say that it was, I wouldn't call it bullying. It's not the word I would use. I mean, probably the worst thing that happened to me in middle school was probably when I told that story when they hit me from behind and knocked me to the ground, and then there was some dumb kid that pushed me down a flight of stairs. I never found out who did that. Somebody pushed me down a flight of stairs when I was in 7th grade. I don't know who did that. I know somebody did push me down this flight of stairs because I felt a hand on my back. Somebody literally pushed me right when I was at the top of the stairs about to go down. I fell down a flight of stairs. I got hurt, but, like, thankfully no bones are broken. I was lucky that nothing was broken, but I got hurt. But the thing is, though, is, like, kids that do stuff like that, I don't think these idiots, I don't think that they realize just how, I don't think they realize just how dangerous that is. Because, like, pushing somebody down a flight of stairs, like, it could happen like me, where I got lucky, where, like, nothing got broken, or it could happen where you break multiple bones from somebody's body, or even worse, you could kill somebody. That's like somebody could fall down a flight of stairs and then snap their neck and die. So it's like, there have been people that have fallen less than, like, a flight of stairs and have died, breaking certain bones. So it's I don't think they even realize just how dangerous that is. I know, I could have broken my neck. I'm really lucky I didn't, but that's just, I'm saying is that's extremely dangerous. It's like somebody, like, falling down a flight of stairs. It could be, like, non-fatal or it could be fatal. And if they caught the person that did that, I don't even know what they would have done. Like, because that was in 7th grade. That was how old was I? I was 12 years old at the time, 12, 11 years old at the time in 7th grade. So I don't even know what would have happened to the person. Would they have gotten arrested or what? Like, they definitely would have gotten suspended. But it's just. Yeah, well, possibly if I have time, Nate. Well, I'm considering trying a different streaming software soon. You might see me experiment with that soon. My first donation to any channel. I'd like to thank you for getting me back into GTA. 4 to 5 years ago, my character was reset. I had lost every intention of playing. A couple months ago, I found your channel and you helped me out a lot. Well, thank you, Ms. Fan. I'm glad that I helped you out. Thank you for the super chat. I'm glad that you enjoy my channel. Thank you, man. In the summer, I got my arm broken by a kid who tried to fight me. I didn't even do anything to him, and the worst part about it is that he's still in my school. Did he at least get suspended? He should have just gotten suspended. Okay, let's see here, was just... Okay, just homie, I can help you out right now, make sure, if that if that if that happens to you, where somebody's bullying you in school, just make sure that you tell like a teacher or a counselor right away, and make sure you're very careful on telling what teacher, because some kids think that they can just tell any teacher that. Tell a teacher that likes you and that you have a good relationship with, because they will most likely help you out and deal with the situation. So a teacher that you trust and that you like, if that's happening to you, tell that to the teacher and tell them who's doing it. Because like some teachers don't know how to deal with that situation. The worst possible thing that they can do is when they get the two kids in a room and they say to them, this kid didn't like it when you did that. That's like the worst thing that they can do, because then that kid knows what bothers them the most and they'll keep doing it. That's like the worst thing that, like, some counselors have done that. It's like the worst situation to resolve that. Hey Pro, can you guess on when GTA 6 is coming? I have no idea. No problem, glad that you enjoy my channel. And look, oh yeah, I know that game, the Freddy's. That game was a little creepy. But look, what I'll say about that whole bullying thing is, if it happens to you or you know somebody that it's happening to, tell a teacher. Tell them. Tell a teacher that you like, a teacher that you trust, and that you have a lot of respect for, because they'll probably help you out. Because if you tell a teacher that you don't have a good relationship with, you barely know, they're probably not going to help you out as much. What I'll tell you is, don't listen to the idiot kids that tell you that it's snitching. Because I know, like, there's kids that, like, would say, oh, it's snitching or whatever. No, it's not snitching. Snitching is when you're part of something. When you're part of something, you're doing something bad, you're in on it, and then you tell a teacher, that's snitching. If somebody's bullying somebody else and then you tell a teacher about that, that's not snitching. That's doing the right thing. And it's honestly, these kids are complaining about snitching. Well, you shouldn't be bullying somebody in the first place if you don't want somebody to tell on you. It's as simple as that. Have you ever lost your best friend? I had this one kid that I was friends with. He was a good friend of mine. He stopped being my friend like 2013, around there. It's like a long story, but it's like just a bunch of it's just like a bunch of annoying things that he started doing, and then like my other group of friends that was also hanging out with him and also considered to be his friends, they were constantly getting into arguments and stuff like that. And then what happened was there was like arguments between the two of them, and then he blamed me for things I didn't do and then stopped being my friend, and it was just like that. But I'll give you a perfect example of what this guy did. But it was one of my friends that I went to high school with, and what happened is me and my group of friends, so it was like a group of 4. That's like who I would hang out with. It was me and my 3 other friends, and this kid was one of them, the one that stopped being my friend. So what happened was he would just, it's just a little hard to explain. If you could start the business, whatever you're here. He would always act very arrogant in front of us, very arrogant. What he would do is he would act like he's the best driver out of all of us. Like, always the best driver, that he's the best at everything. And what happened was, whenever, like, we would go somewhere to get food or go to the movies or anything like that, this guy would always say, I'm driving, or I'm driving. He would always insist on driving, always be the one that insists on driving. And what happened was, my friends and me, we got our license. We wanted to drive, too. This is what, like, we were, like, 18, 19 at the time when this happened, so this is years ago. But, we wanted to drive also, too, but he always insisted on driving, and he would always give the same excuse for wanting to drive. He would always say, oh, well, I had my driver's license for 2-3 years. You guys had your driver's license for a year. You guys aren't experienced. You can't drive, all this, blah, 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 this. And he would never let me or my friends drive, always insisted on driving. He would drive us around everywhere, and then he would actually complain, and he started complaining, oh, you guys are taking advantage of me, I'm always driving you guys around, you guys should give me money for gas money or whatever. It's like, stuff like that, and I confronted him on this, and I told him, listen, you're always insisting on driving everywhere. Every single time me or one of our other friends tries to drive, you always say that we can't drive because we don't have experience, but then you insist on driving, and you're saying that we're taking advantage of you, and you're demanding gas money from us. It's like, you know... And he freaked out on me. He flipped out on me when I told him that, and said he's not being my friend anymore. And I said, okay, fine, whatever. You know, I took it kind of personally at first because I know this guy for years, and then, you know, I considered him a friend for some time. But he was, he just wasn't acting nice to me anymore. So it was like, you know, it happens. So you know, people change, and you know, sometimes the change isn't for the good. In my school, some of the teachers bullied the kids. What? You should tell somebody even higher up than that. Tell like a principal that. Go to this drop off. This is a pretty easy mission. I don't mind this one. Bag missions still aren't back, are they? Right? They're not back yet. Still. What is it? Are you gonna do a walkthrough of The Godfather? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely on my list of games to do. I had kids in my school bully a teacher so bad that she left. Oh man, that's horrible. That is horrible. That happened in the middle school that I went to in the city. I wouldn't say that it was like a bad school, but it could be rough at times. And the middle school that I went to when I was in the city, it was what happened was there was 3 classes. There was 3 classes. So when you had like the middle school, you had like 3 classes. It wasn't because when I went to school in 8th grade, I moved to a different town. I moved to the suburbs, so I didn't live in the city anymore. And the school structure there was just so much different how they did things. The suburban school, what they would do is they had it where you had like, what was it, like 9 different classes, and then they had it where you would go some of the 9 classes that you had. So sometimes you would have like kids that were like in the same class together, but it wasn't like the same class each time. When I went to school in like 6th and 7th grade in the city, it was just like one class entirely. Always, it was always one class. So it was like the same class for everything. So there was three 6th grade classes, 3 7th grade classes, 3 8th grade classes, and the school made a very big mistake, because what they did was they took all the kids that were like. They took a lot of the kids that were like more bad kids, the kids that like just misbehaved and stuff like that. They thought that it was a good idea to put all those kids in one class. That's what they did. They thought that it would be easier to, like, you know, control a class of bad kids instead of like separating them all into like 3 different classes. And that's gonna be even worse, because what they didn't calculate is when you put all the bad kids in one class, the kids that misbehave, and I'm not talking about kids that have bad grades. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about kids that specifically misbehave, you know, do bad things. When you put all those kids in like all the bad kids in like one class, that's gonna make it worse, because what's gonna happen is then those kids are gonna team up, all those bad kids, and they're gonna do even worse things. And that's exactly what happened. And what happened was I was actually put in that class in 7th grade. I wasn't a bad kid. I never caused trouble or problems. But I was put in that class, and I wasn't the only person. Like 2 other people that were put in that class. And, you know, because the reason we were put in that class is because the other classes were full. So I was in the class with the bad kids. I never got harassed by them. They never bothered me, so I never had problems with them. They didn't hate me. I didn't hate them. We didn't never had problems. But the reason that I'm saying is because these kids caused a lot of problems for the teachers that I had. Like there was like a lot of issues. And what would happen is I had this one teacher who she was really strict, really strict, and she was the teacher that was put in charge of that class. So we had a really strict teacher. And what happened was whenever we had that strict teacher, these kids would act like angels. They would never cause problems or do anything when we had that really strict teacher. They would always be perfect, be on their best behavior. And what happened was my science and English teacher, because I had the same teacher for science and English, she was also very strict. And this teacher was an extra teacher, so this teacher would follow us every class. So every class would have this extra teacher with us that was also really strict. No other class had that. In our class in 7th grade. So we had that strict teacher, and my science teacher was also really strict. And what happened was, when these two teachers were together, there would never be anything happening. The class would always be on their best behavior possible. But what happened was, whenever the two teachers were absent, because they were like a school meeting or something like that, the two teachers weren't there, absolute chaos, absolute anarchy. It was pure anarchy. Like, that class was out of control. They were throwing things, they were yelling, cursing, they were doing really bad things, they were talking back to the substitute teacher. It was absolutely out of control. And I was just sitting there, like, in the corner of the class, just watching as, like, the substitute was trying to get it under control. And it was out of control. It was, like, really bad. And what happened was, they didn't learn from that experiment. My school did not learn from that experiment. They did the exact same thing again in 8th grade, where they put all the bad kids in the same exact class. And what happened was, I wasn't there in 8th grade because I moved. But I heard a story that because they introduced the language. They introduced languages to that school, because previously the school didn't have languages, and they had a French teacher. And what happened was that class was so hostile to the French teacher, and they were so, like, aggressive towards her and always causing her problems, that she actually quit, like, in the middle of the year. She, like, just walked out and said that I'm not teaching anymore, I can't do this anymore, because, like, the kids were always, like, being mean to her. And that's, I don't, that's, like, a really stupid decision on the school's part to put all the bad kids in one class. They think they'll be able to control them, but in reality, they're just gonna, team up. They're just gonna start doing more bad things. It's a horrible system. Same when I was in school, every time my teacher was missing, my classmates started throwing stuff. Yeah, people can get out of, people can get out of control. Quick question, if I wanted to get a new garage warehouse for import-export, but I have 20 cars standard mid-range, will they carry over or get deleted? I want to get a new garage for import-export. I don't know the answer to that. Wait, what did you say, TBH? Can you say that again? Oh, so if he moves it, the cars won't transfer, right? Oh, you have to, TBH says that you have to clean out the warehouse, Anthony, if you want to change the location. Thank you for the super chat, Anthony. At my school, a guy brought a paintball gun and shot the principal with it. He got suspended for a month. Wow, well that's, sorry, I'm just trying to get through here. But that's, wow. That is, that's kind of crazy. There was a kid I remember in where he brought an airsoft gun onto the school bus and started shooting a bunch of kids while the bus was driving, and he got suspended for many months. I think he might have even been expelled. I would have to, you know, ask one of my friends the story again, what happened, but it was. Yeah, middle school can be kind of kind of crazy. Gaming, I hope you know that the Cargo Bob can't pick up the Trash Master on the MC sale. I'm really interested in Red Dead, but is it worth the money? Oh yeah, it's worth it just for single player alone, and they're gonna expand more into online. You know, people are complaining right now that there's not many things to buy in Red Dead Online, but they're gonna add more things to the game. You'll see it. There's gonna be more updates, more content's gonna roll out in that game. You'll see it happen. Oh, well, Brandon, I'm not going to be selling anything else. That was just a bunker that I had to sell. Yeah, I like the new Joker movie. Down to this last drop off here. What the? Film that shit. Just told me, how many more businesses are you selling? At my school, we had a Vietnam War veteran who was a math substitute. He was harassed so much. Oh man, that he left. That's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. That's unfortunate. What do you think about Dan Houser leaving Rockstar? I think that in the next few weeks we might find out the real reason he left. If he goes public with it, we'll see. What the? Can you drive away from this area, please? Okay. Oh, thank you, Rezi, Testarosa Rezi. Hey, Pro, love the channel. How you feel about having a life? Oh, I'm not gonna get in, I don't talk politics on this channel, Reezy, but it's just politics is a messy subject, and it's just everybody has their own opinions. So I'm not going to comment on political stuff, but thank you for the super chat. I do see that you're a fan of Scarface, though. I see that you have the picture of Tony when he's about to shoot Frank. Have you ever played The Getaway on PS2? I have. I have played that one. No problem. Glad I can help. Ghost, do you have your casino heist ready? Cause I'll probably go in the casino and probably play a little bit in there, and then I'll probably help him with that heist. Pro, have you ever been robbed? No. No. My dad, though, he had his car stolen. My dad had his car stolen when I was a little kid. Like, it was parked in front of the house, and then it was gone. So this was, like, I was very, very, very young. This was, like, the 90s. So this is... Okay, I'll see you. Take care, F. King Henry VIII. I would have to remember exactly which monarch that is. I'll Google it on my phone really quick afterwards and give you an answer. I can comment on some other people if you want to hear about Robespierre and the French Revolution. I know that subject pretty well. Well, I gotta go soon, so I'm gonna just be selling this catch, and then I will after I sell this, I'll play a little bit in the casino because I wanted to play some of the casino games. And who am I helping? Just Comey, can you help catch because he needs to help selling after this. Okay, see you, Brandon. Yeah, I think you might be thinking of the wrong Henry, because there was numerous Henrys, numerous King Henrys. There was the worst one. Was it which I'm trying to remember the number, which Henry it was. It was the one in the 16th century where he killed all of his wives, and that was like a really psychotic monarch. If I have time, I might play Modern Warfare later. Was it the 8th that killed his wives? I'm trying to remember which Henry that was. I just forget the number, but I know the story. He wanted he wanted a divorce from the Pope, and the Pope wouldn't give him a divorce, so then he started killing his wives. And then he what was it also that he wanted a son, and you know, he wouldn't get a son, so he just kept killing his wives. And then he died young, and he finally got a son, but his son didn't even rule for long, and then his son died of illness, and then his daughter actually took over. But I'll tell you about one psychotic person in history that's not really like talked about much is Robespierre. If anybody knows who I'm talking about, Robespierre in France, that guy was a madman. It was just like that. Like Robespierre isn't really talked about much, but he was like that guy was a psycho. He killed his opponents and used people, right? He didn't just kill his opponents, he killed all his best friends, people that he grew up with. He had them had their heads cut off with the guillotine. Robespierre was that much of a psycho that if you had a disagreement with Robespierre, like you didn't agree with him on something, he would declare you counter-revolutionary because you didn't agree with him, and then he would probably try to find some other things to convict you on that's false, and then probably have you sent to the guillotine and have your head cut off. So that was, and ironically though, Robespierre had sent so many people to the guillotine, and then he got sent to the guillotine and got his own head cut off, because people got tired of him and weren't scared of him anymore. Oh, there was a super chat? Okay. I know Robespierre is in Assassin's Creed Unity. If anybody's ever played that game, I'm sure a lot of people here have played that. He's in that one. Can I help? Well, thank you, E3. I don't really need help right now. If you want to help some of your stuff, if you get in here, they could probably help you out, but... Okay. Okay, can I get into the... Well, yeah, Danton was one of the forefathers of the French Revolution, but yet he there was never like any the whole accusations that Robespierre made against him when Robespierre claimed that he was stealing money from the state, that he was taking taxpayer money, those allegations of corruption were never proven. There was never any evidence behind those claims, ever. And a lot of people suspect that those claims were just fabricated just so that Robespierre could get rid of Danton. That was like,
The casino store is open. Come dressed like you deserve success.
What was the name of the committee that Robespierre was in? He was a member of the Jacobin Club, but he was also a member of the Mountain, which was the really extreme part. Okay, let's see here. Oh, car, nope. Not the car. Oh, it's a discount. Oh, wait, nope. It's 5,000 RP. What if Rockstar shut down the servers? Well, I mean, I don't know why they would do that. Where's Blackjack? Okay. Okay.
Hello, sir. Welcome. Please place your bets.
Okay, let's see here.
Glad to have you, sir. All bets are closed. Best of luck, everyone. 10. 10. 17. A 5. You want another? 20 here. Another?
Stand on that. Yep.
One more card. It's 11. 21.
Oh.
Dealer wins.
When the dealer gets an 11, that's almost always going to get a 21 at that point.
Bets, please. Bets are done. Let us begin. 10. Got a 14. Hello, sir. Welcome. You want another?
What cards does he have there?
19.
Stand on that, yep. Okay, I'm gonna stand on this too. Oh no, not again.
21.
Oh my
Win for the
god.
dealer.
She got the same cards 2 times. Oh, damn. Damn, that's 40,000 already gone. That sucks. That's so stupid. Just that is really dumb. Ugh. I can't believe she got the same cards twice. That's like,
All bets are closed.
The Diamond
Best of
Casino
luck,
and Resort
everyone.
presents a brand new car
10.
available to win today, simply with
9
a
here.
spin of a wheel.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do something like that in the future, Mesa.
A 13.
13. That's terrible.
Here's 19. 7. You
My
want
cards are
another?
terrible right now.
A 16. Another? One more card.
Okay.
You want another?
Come check out the new.
If you got a
Disco
16,
Podium.
stand on that.
You can win
That's
it
too
with just a
risky.
spin on the lucky
We
wheel.
have a 12 here. House bus.
There we go. Okay, got my money back. Ooh.
Please place your bets. Glad to
Okay,
have you,
it's
sir.
I-
Bets are done. Let us begin. 10. 2. 10. It's 11. 20. 4. An 18. An 11.
Oh no. Okay, she doesn't have blackjack because she would have.
Another?
If she did, she would have.
21.
Okay.
One
Yep,
more
that's
card.
kind of weird outfits that some people have.
Here's a 16. 15 there. You want
Stand
another?
on both of that. Don't ask for any more cards.
Another?
I'm gonna ask for
One
one
more
here.
card?
Let's see what I get.
It's your play. You want another? We've got a 15.
Damn, I'm gonna get a
Another?
10 next. I'm standing on
It's
this.
your play. One more card. You're up. A 16. Dealer bust.
Ooh, nice. There we go. Now we made a profit. Okay, let's see here.
Bets, please.
Thank you, Miss, for the super chat. What do you mean? I'm a little confused. I don't understand your question. But thank you for the super chat.
Please place your chips.
Okay, somebody didn't bet.
All bets are closed. Best of luck, everyone. 2. Here's a 6. A 3. 20 here. 4. 13. 7. 7. You want another? Another?
I just really hope that she doesn't have a 10.
A 12. One more card. 15 there.
Don't
Another?
ask for any more. Yep, you're...
One
Okay,
more
gonna stand
card.
on this.
You want another? It's your play.
Okay, I'll see you finish. Take care, man.
We have a 12 here. Another? It's a 17. One more card. It's your play. Got a 14. House busts.
Nice. Okay.
Put up your
Okay,
bets.
let's see here. 15. No. Let's see if we
That's
can
our
make
gun.
$100,000
Let us
profit
begin.
from this.
It's 11. There's a 3. A 3. Here's a 16. We have a blackjack. A 13.
I'm getting really bad
Nine.
cards.
9 here. You
I
want
feel like
another?
she's gonna have a 10 on that other card.
A 16. Another? One more card. You're up. You want another? Got an 18.
Ah, damn.
Please place your bets.
Okay.
All bets are closed. Best of luck.
Let's see what we
everyone.
get here.
Got an 8. 2. 10. 13. A 14. An 11. 20. It's 11. Blackjack.
Right when I get a 11. She got blackjack then. Damn. That sucks. Oh, thank you, James Patrick. I'm doing good. How are you, man? Thank you for the super
Bets,
chat.
please. Bets are done. Let us begin. 10. 7. 2. Here's a 16. An 18. 17. It's a 5. 10.
She's a 10.
Another?
All right, that's it.
It's a 17. One more card. You want another? Another? One more card. A 12. 20 here. Win for the
damn.
dealer.
I felt that wasn't gonna go good.
Glad to have you, sir.
Sorry, all bets are closed.
Okay, let's try something a little
Put
risky
up your
here.
bets.
Try this.
All bets are closed. Best of luck, everyone. 7. 10. 10. 20.
Looks like red 27.
17. Got a 14. Got a blackjack. 7. You want another?
Why not?
Another? One more card.
Bets, please.
It's a 17.
17. Damn, I haven't been getting any cards near like 20s. I've been trying to get cards near 20s, but I haven't been getting anything with that.
place your bets.
My favorite cartoon as a kid was probably Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Bets are done. Let us
All bets
begin.
are closed. Let's begin.
10. A 5. 10.
Okay, I'll see you, Benny. Thank you for the super chat.
An 11. We have a blackjack. It's an 8. A 14. 4.
I'm gonna take a big
want
risk
another?
here.
Red 7 for you.
Got an 18. Another.
I'm gonna take a pretty big risk
One more
here.
card.
Shall we have another?
Got a 14. You want another? It's your play.
Place your bets, folks.
Oops, you bust. Here's a 6. Dealer bust.
There we go. Look at that. Oof. We got our money back. Yeah, I'm gonna help Ghost with his heist if he's still here.
All bets are closed. Best of luck, everyone. Got an 8. A 9. 7. A 16. We've got a 15. 19. 9 here.
Return the slab. I remember that episode. That was a very creepy one.
Another. Too much.
One more?
One more card. You want another? Another? It's 11.
Oh no.
11. We have a 12 here. House bust.
Ooh, that was close.
Put up your bets. Bets are done. Let us begin. A 6. 10. 7. It's 11. An 11. A 14.
14, damn.
Here's a 16. 10.
The game just loves giving me 14s, doesn't it?
26 for you.
One more card.
Okay.
20. You want another? Another?
Good stream, thank you.
One more card. You want another? Another? It's your play. Here's 19.
Just please don't have a 10 under there.
You're
That's
up.
it.
13. A 16. 19.
Oh, damn, she got really lucky with that. Okay. Best YouTube rule, thank you.
Please place your bets.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was a great TV show. The thing is, though, is that a lot of cartoons today aren't going to do stuff like that anymore, like Courage.
7. It's an 8. Here's a 6. 10. 15 there. Got an 18. 10. 2. You want another? An 18.
I'll stand on that. Yep.
One more card. You want another? Another?
Kind of funny, I'm going to rob the casino in a little bit.
We've got a 15. It's a 5.
No, no.
21.
Ooh.
Win for the dealer.
That was like really bad luck at that point. When she got that 10, I was like, oh no, I know what's going to happen now.
Well done. Go buy yourself something nice.
Okay, try something else here again then. How do you get the noose outfit? Oh, that's, you'd have to do the heist.
Done, let us begin. A 3. A 9. Got an 18. A 5. Here's a 16. It's a 5. One more card. You want another? 15 there. Another? One more card. You're up.
Oh no, not again. No, no, no.
A 16. House bus.
Okay, there we go. Ooh. That was close. Okay.
Put up your bets. All bets are closed. Best of luck, everyone. Got an 8. It's 11.
No, you might get blackjack.
We've got a 15. An 18. We have a blackjack.
You got it. Good work.
Here's a 3. You want another? Here's 19.
Stand on that. Don't ask for another card. Okay, yeah.
One
Gotta
more
stand on
card.
this too. Let's see.
A 13. Dealer bust.
There we go. Nice. Okay.
Good for
Gonna
you.
stop playing blackjack for now.
You had a lucky day.
Okay. I made an $80,000 profit playing blackjack.
Yourself is always
Well, I don't know if I'm moving to Colorado yet, but that's the it's one state that I was considering.
How about we put bets in?
Okay, let's see here. If I get a good spin, I'll just play one spin here if I get a good one. I'm trying to read comments. There's a lot of people that are posting, but... I know I can stream in full screen in the settings, but I mean, I like having the chat on the screen.
The bets are closed. Let's begin.
Okay, red, and needs to be an even, too.
That's a
Yes.
21.
Red, and it was an even, too. Nice.
Well
There we go.
done. Thank you very much.
Made a $100,000 profit from playing in the casino, so you can make money in the casino. I'm gonna cash out with this.
How can I help you?
Okay. Ghost, are you still here?
Is there something I can help you with? Here you go.
There we go. Okay, there it is. Because I don't want to take out all the chips. I only want to take out 100,000, so I still have more to play with later. What I try to do is I try to keep a good amount of chips in there, so at least 200,000, just so I can, you know, keep playing if I go down. And I keep withdrawing like over, you know, over 100, 200,000. So, Ghost, do you want to do this with 3 people? We can do it with 2 people if you want. 2 people should be no problem to do this if it's paintings. It's up to you. You want to give yourself a bigger cut. I'm just gonna hang on. I'm gonna go into game chat right here because I know he wants to talk. Let me go into game chat here. One moment here, everyone. Okay. Hello? Do you want to do this with 2 people or what do you? Oh. Okay, it's your heist. Invite how many people you want. I'm just saying that if it's paintings, you can do that with 2 people, no problem. Okay. No, I'm reading comments. There's a lot of people that are posting. Guys, don't join the heist. He's trying to invite his friend. Also, please let his friend get in here. Yeah, he's trying to get his friend in here. Catch this. Well, there's good. Do you have the power drills? Okay, good. Oh, Relicane, is that your friend? That's... Yeah, it's the... Yeah, it's Relicane right there. Hello, Relicane. Yeah, Relicane also has a channel, guys. Make sure you check him out. It's the same as his PSN. No problem. And if anybody's wondering, he is a legitimate rank 3,240. He grinded to that level. He has his channel to prove it. He got up to rank 3,240. That is crazy. Rank 3,200. You're the highest ranked person that I know that's legit. Just give me 15%. I'll take the minimum cut because I didn't help with any of the preps, so you just give it to yourself. I think the entrance would be better to enter through staff lobby, but okay. Okay, yeah, just trying to choose an outfit here. Okay, I'll take this one then. Has the game gotten boring for you? I mean, sometimes in a way, yes. I've gotten a burnout from GTA. I just like, you know, that's why I play Red Dead and why I'm doing other games too. Like I did Scarface, but you know, Relicane, have you felt a burnout from playing GTA so much?
So, we're going through the waste disposal bay. Ugh, rather you than me. You'll have the element of surprise, at least.
Yeah.
Okay,
The issue is that so many people today, like, they just play the same game constantly, whether that's GTA or Call of Duty or, you know, Battlefront 2, and they like when I was like a teenager, we would play so many different games when like PS3 was at its height, but it's like today people are just grinding constantly on one game, and that's not good to do that. It's not good to grow any channel on just one game constantly. It's...
one dead guy at a time. Okay, do you want the good news or the bad news? Well, the good news is that they just had a record-breaking weekend, so the vault is full to bursting. And the bad news is that they've hired extra security to guard it. High risk, high gain. Just how we like it. Hey, did you try out your stun gun yet?
Where's the waste disposal? That's all the way at the back, right?
It'll overload the circuits on any CCTV camera or metal detector it hits. They recover after a while, so as far as security
Yeah, I see it now.
it was just a temporary outage, but it's enough for you to get past. Your keycard is good for anything up to a level 2 security door, which is most of them. You'll still
just gonna
need to
run
do some
underneath it.
hacking, but not much. Alright, this door should take you straight to waste disposal.
So, dude, love your videos. Keep grinding. Thank you. To be honest, you play one game constantly and your channel is 99% based on one game. No, it's not. I don't know where you're getting this information from, Chris. You could have argued that like a year ago you could have argued that this channel was like all GTA, but like, you know, the past year I've played so many games. I still do a lot of GTA, but you know, this is not a GTA channel, and like even the description on my channel says this is a GTA and a Red Dead channel, and I've been doing other games. I've been doing gaming news, playing Red Dead. I do walkthroughs on other games, so I don't know what you're talking about that it's 99% GTA. It's not.
On the side of the unit, take it out with a stun gun, and get through before it recovers. That's it. Shorted. Quickly.
What, you're going this way?
Alright, the camera just went down. It'll be back online soon. And remember, if you bring down too many at the same time, they'll hit the alarm. Remember, these people aren't idiots. Heads up, CCTV ahead. The stun gun should disable the camera for a while. Or go old school and time your run. We should get away with that one, but take out one more camera and they'll know something's up. You can't shoot down many cameras. It's the kind of thing security tends to notice. Perfect. Never saw you coming. Heads up. CCTV ahead.
Yeah, I know you can take this.
Disable the camera for a while. Or go old school and time your run.
Oh, thank you, Nate. Thank you for the super chat. I mean, I don't know. I'm probably not the right person to ask for that, Nate. I mean, the thing is though, is like, there are times when I was like really sad. I wouldn't say that it was like a depressed state. That's not what I would call it. I was just like, I was not in a good mood and I was just kind of sad. But you know, one of the things that actually made me pretty sad was when about a year ago, when I started doing like non-GTA videos. I started doing some like other games and stuff like that, and what happened was the GTA videos would get like a lot of views, like thousands of views, and the non-GTA videos, they'd still get like a decent amount of views, but it wasn't the same amount as GTA. And they were much less, and I was kind of like sad at that point because I felt like a lot of people were only watching my channel for GTA, not for me. And but you know, I got through that, and I kept doing other content. You know, despite it not getting as much views, I kept doing it, and I kept playing the other content, and that other content is now getting a lot more views, and that's kind of boosted my mood and my morale. Okay, do you have an EMP or not? Okay.
And we are dark. Goggles on, everyone. Looks like they don't suspect a thing. So let's make the most of it. You're so close. See that security checkpoint? The man trap is just beyond it. That's how we like it. See that? That's your man trap.
I'm getting rid of this guy just so we don't have to deal with him later. I'm just getting rid of him just in case.
Get everyone inside the man trap now. I can keep the first door open until you're set.
Okay. Well, I did a walkthrough of Ace Combat 7, you can check that out, but I could do a walkthrough of the older Ace Combat games, so I could definitely do that.
Happy days. I know this is a special moment for you down there, but trust me, it's about to get a lot more special on the other side of that door. Break out the laser drill, let's do this!
I'd probably like the big con with, I'd probably like the big con with Bunksters. Well, Group 6 just gets boring, because you just do the same thing.
Good, that's the left side taken care of.
Okay. A lot of randoms in this game would not be able to handle Payday 2 stealth. Like, this is easy in comparison to Payday 2 stealth. Okay, I'm gonna go left side. I'm gonna get that.
The art will need to be cut out of its frames. Shouldn't affect the value much. Go! Good news, seeing as we stayed under the radar.
Well, Tiger, don't give up with that, you know. There was a point where, like, nobody, you know, not too many people really watched my videos, but I still stuck with it and I kept doing it, just,
And, did
you
I
know.
mention that if the alarm goes off in here, they'll flood the place with nerve agent? No? Okay, well,
Okay,
I'm
it's
mentioning
open.
it now. There's a set of lockboxes in here. Drill them if you've got the time, but I can't promise you there'll be anything good inside.
I'm getting A and B, those are mine. Or, I guess get A then if you want. Okay. Okay, Mesa. I'll go and get that one, just leave it open for me. I'm just drilling these boxes first. I'm gonna see if I can get 2 walls. Okay. Okay, got this. Yeah, I like artwork too. I like it more than gold because it's just so easy to take. I'm drilling this last wall here. Do I care about KD in this game? No. Oh, did we drill every box?
Seconds before the failsafe alarm, so make the most of it.
This is a really good take.
We're still under the radar. Perfect. Perfect. People, that is the mother load. We cleaned them out.
If we, yeah, we could try to get the daily again. What, the mess up the stealth?
You really cleaned up down there, you know? They're not gonna know what hit them. Except for the insurance bill.
Okay, you got him there.
Alright, the camera just went down. It'll be back online soon. And remember, if you bring down too many at the same time, they'll hit the alarm. You know, if we pull this off,
I'll stun the camera.
crown jewel of my career. The hardest achievement.
Wait, don't push me.
You did good down there. This is gonna
Okay,
be
go.
a nice little payday and a whole lot of smug satisfaction.
Yeah, I have a degree in law enforcement technology.
Listen up, we have bad news and good news. The bad news is they did a spot check on the vault, so they know it's been robbed. The good news is they have no idea who or how. The cops are on their way, but you can still make.
We got 2 guys still downstairs. What's going on?
Exactly what I say. If you're caught now, the shit really hits the fan.
Are we taking that daily or not?
Must be tiring running around with all that loot. Well, he's not not ringing the alarm.
I'm not getting the other guy. The other guy I'm ignoring. Okay, I'm opening it. Almost forgot you gotta hold it. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, don't kill anymore. Let's just... Yeah. Let's just get, wait until that camera turns. Go back, okay. We're gonna be close at to 3 million. Hey Pro, love your videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Josh. Yep, this is a really good take. Probably look up to you like an older brother. Well, thank you, Brian.
They're closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace. Security is sweeping the whole building. Stay one step ahead, or this whole thing goes
You can just
south.
run through the metal detectors, yeah. When you're leaving, you can just run through them. Okay. No, I didn't try the new Warzone in Call of Duty. You Miss Clifford? Not really, no. What getaway cars are you using on this? Are you sure that guard won't see us?
Getaway car in position. I've pinged you the GPS. Get to the buyer, don't bring the cops, and we're home free. You should avoid the bulk of the cops this way. The only thing that matters is making it to your ride.
Oh, the cars are a block away. Yeah, you could do that in the single player heist. You could park it in like a location and leave it there, but okay, I'm just making my way to the vehicle. I'm making my way to the cars. I know, but I think I'm gonna get the getaway here because I'm like so close to it. Yeah. No, we lost like 9,000. I got shot a little bit, but it's okay. I'm coming. What kind of car did you get from that, Oh, if I turn off the sound effects volume, it won't play? But Relicane, I remember you replied to me once in one of your comments. You said that that you got a really bad copyright claim also in one of your streams. I got 11 seconds on my 11-hour walkthrough Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
What a night! Oh, excuse me while I take a moment to bask in the glow of my own genius. Feel free to join me. This was the high point of a career full of nothing but high points. Lester Crest is back, baby! Looks like the house doesn't always win after all.
Good, go. Okay. Best overall vehicle and best dogfighter? I don't think there is a best overall vehicle, but for dogfighting it will be the B11. Okay. Maybe if I have time, Mesa, but don't wait on me because I probably have a few things to do. You're gonna have that $100 bounty on Red Dead Online, Mesa, by the way, for this Friday. Hey, Professional, hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, it is. Did you play that game? 2006 when Scarface came out. A lot of people missed out on the Scarface game. It was a good one. I wonder what Al Pacino thought of that game. He gave his permission for use his facial model. He gave his permission for them to use his facial model. He didn't give permission to the Godfather games to use his facial model. That's why Michael Corleone looks different than Al Pacino in the Godfather games. Yeah, that's if you can play the Godfather games, Michael Corleone doesn't look like Al Pacino. It's because he didn't give his permission for his facial animations to be used for that. Oh, Mafia 3, I just didn't get into it. Like, I just didn't have that same, like, I never even beat it. I never got that same, like, vibe that I got from Mafia 2, or Mafia 2 I wanted to complete and finish it. I mean, there were some problems with Mafia 2. Mafia 2, I felt like it didn't have like enough activities to do, and I didn't like that it constantly put you in the story, that you were always in the middle of the story. Like, I wish there was some side activities or something like that. But I mean, Mafia 2, I felt like, you know, was a better game than Mafia 3. Maybe Mafia 4 they'll do that, like, or something. But I'd like to see them do some kind of online for the for Mafia 4, something online, like maybe like GTA Online, but not like crazy futuristic vehicles and stuff. But why don't you use the helicopter for the heist? We don't really need it. Why do, like, the buyers, like, yell at you sometimes? Sometimes, like, you'll pull up to them and they'll yell at you. Oh, let me do that really quick here. You said sound effects? Okay, pull in then. It's good. Let's see if that turns off the music for that. And the thing is, though, UMG must have must have been aware of this heist for this. This is nowhere that this came out of nowhere, because the first week that this heist came out, I was doing streams on this, and my streams were not getting copyright claims, and I watched that cutscene. Then, like, about a week, 2 weeks later, they started getting copyright claims for that same cutscene. So UMG must have put in something later on, and it was... Yeah. They did really well there. Good work. Oh, thank you, Coat. Oh. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy my channel. Thank you, man. I know, Christine. Top 10 griefer fails. I already made one on that. I might make another one in the future. Okay, yes, it doesn't... I'm not hearing the music right now. Okay. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna start doing that in the future. Thank you for telling me about that trick. Okay. Deposit this. Pretty much at 1 million, 1,044 million. So I guess I'm gonna probably end the stream here for the day. If you guys enjoyed the stream, though, drop a like if you guys enjoyed it. You know, help me get to 1,000 likes. If you're new to my channel and enjoy my content, then I guess subscribe to me. I'll still stick around for a few minutes and answer any questions people might have before I go. Okay, let's see. I could do another top 10 griefer fails in the future. Do you play any sports? No. How often do you play GTF stream? Not that much. Later, Pro. I'll see you on Red Dead Redemption stream on Friday. Thank you, James Patrick. I'll see you, man. Okay. How many people do you need to start the casino heist? Minimum of 2 people. I haven't played the Warzone. Yeah, I'm getting kind of bored of GTA 2. I might do more Red Dead streams also. Now, that would be a pretty long question to answer, though, Hamza. I don't want to see a DMC Heist Part 2. I wouldn't want to see that, to tell you the truth. Saints Row 2, yes, I would do Saints Row 2 in the future. Yes, I Grand Red Redemption. What's your favorite kind of potato chips? Probably Lay's barbecue chips. Okay. So I guess I'll be, yeah, I want to stream Modern Warfare. That's one game I'll probably eventually stream. I don't know when. But I guess I'm going to head out here, guys. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Again, if you enjoyed it, drop a like. And if you're new to my channel and enjoy my content, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.